Welcome to Ellis, Mowers, and more. Today, just a little bit of a vlog. I had a company send me about $300 in parts, is what you see here. Friday Parts. So, I want to thank Friday Parts for sending me a bunch of stuff, and I've got one that I can use right now on a machine, so we're going to fix it here in this video. FridayParts.com, all the links are in the description below. They sent me this care package. I've got a hat, I've got a Frisbee, a car air freshener. I love the nice Frisbee. I love throwing the Frisbee around. So the parts that I got for the budget of about $300, we've got one gas cap for Briggs & Stratton push mower. We have a blade adapter kit for an MTD mower right here as well. These come in handy working on push mowers and whatnot. So, blade adapter kit, the tall blade adapter kit, so that's nice to have. I use them quite a bit whenever I'm changing out and putting pressure washer engines on push mowers. And then we have 5 starter solenoids, 4-pole starter solenoids. This is what we're going to use today and what we're going to replace on a snapper mower here beside me. One of these MTD ignition switches that has the integrated forward and reverse button on it right here. We have 5 fuel pumps for small engines, Briggs & Stratton, Kohler. You can make them work. They're pretty universal. A Kohler 7000 series starter. So these are the big items here. Y'all know these 7000 series starters go out all the time. So nice to have that. And then commercial grade air filter for, like, you know, your commercial mowers and stuff. They all take pretty much the same air filter and pre-filter inside here. So again, Friday Parts, I do appreciate them reaching out and partnering with me on today's video. Now what we're going to do is take one of these starter solenoids, and I have a snapper mower over here. We got to change out the starter solenoid. Show you really quickly what the symptoms are when the starter solenoid is going out, and then we'll put one on it. And we will do that next. Alright guys, let me show you what we're working on. This is an LT125 snapper rider, 23 horsepower Briggs & Stratton engine. I already did a thorough carb clean. That jet was lodged with stuff in it. So what is nice is that's done, but we're having a starter solenoid issue. So your starter solenoid, you can probably already pick it out. I've already taken the negative post terminal off the battery so that we don't have any voltage issues, jumps, or anything along those lines. And we need to take these off. So let me grab, this is a 4-pole solenoid, so we're going to pull the pieces off of there. For that, the 2 wires, it doesn't matter which way they go, the ground and the safety wire. And so we'll take these 2 off, which are 1/2 inch. And so what it's doing is when you crank it, it just goes click, 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 and it finally goes. So let me grab an extension here. We'll get the 2 starter nuts off. I don't know where that nut went, but that's alright. We'll get it. I think I see it down there. Like this. And what we're going to do is take the positive terminal. So that's the battery terminal. This is the one that goes down to the starter. And now we should have a straight shot to get the 3/8 off here. Whether we use it through, let's see, I don't know if I can get it with this. So close. Can I get it? So that's one. And the other one. Hopefully y'all can see this. Alright. So that is pretty much off now. Starter solenoid. There she is. Probably the original one from 2000 and whenever this was made. 2009. So it's just a wear item on these. And so now we'll put the new one on. Go ahead and take the starter nuts off. The nuts are a little bit smaller on this compared to the other one that we've done. Excuse me. But what we're going to do is make sure that that's straight. It is, so we can get these screws back in. I'm going to go ahead and start them by hand. Right there. And right there. There we go. And the bottom. Maybe just grab them with a wrench real quick. Just make sure they're plenty tight. Alright, and now we'll put the battery cables back on. So, I think this one was on the bottom again. It doesn't really matter. And then the one going to the starter. Going to be very gentle with this. Tightening them. I think that's loosening. I think they're 10 millimeters. Alright, 10 millimeters. Okay. Kind of weird, it just stops at a certain level. So let me grab my other socket here. We're just going to tighten them up nice and tight. Like I said, this one's not an exact fit, but it fits just fine. And we'll tighten this one up as well. Alright guys, so there's the solenoid in. So because these terminals were a little bit bigger, I put the two washers on each side just to make sure that the nuts were not too small. and it's working out beautifully. So I'm going to show you that it is cranking like it's supposed to now. And one more time. Alright y'all, so there we go. Working great. Should work well for your needs when it comes to a starter solenoid. Again, just make sure, like, if you have these terminals are a lot bigger than the typical lawn tractor. So if you have like a garden tractor with some little bit thicker cable on this, then you may have to put a couple of washers in order for it to work. But starter solenoid is a starter solenoid. It's going to work just fine. Again, I want to thank Friday Parts. This is nice of them to do. Consider them if you're looking for some parts. The stuff seems to be pretty good from visual inspection. And as y'all saw with the starter solenoid, it works just fine. So save a few bucks. Friday Parts. They're an option out there for you. Thank y'all again for watching. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video and enjoyed fixing this snapper rider with the starter solenoid issue. And I will catch y'all on the next video.